And so, okay, so this is what it's going to be in 2 years. So the point is, here's the point. How do I get the whole, what do you do about it part, right? Because we could talk about all the horrible scenarios and all those things, you know, the 2 years and 4 years and his kids and, you know, all of that sounds like a great plan. So it really is urgent that you do something about it. But what can you do? You can't fight him his way. Number one, they're the guys who are really passionate about acting your way, and you guys are not. You're more passionate about equality and things like that. So you can't protest that way. You can vent your anger, but you can't make them wrong, because they won fair and square. Not fair and square, but they won according to the rules of that, you know, of that game, right? That generally people accepted that you could say anything, and lying and stuff was allowed. That were the rules of this election, because that's what happened. The populace let it happen. Enough people didn't care about the lying, and you didn't know who to believe, and there's the media involved, all of this kind of stuff. So that's all that happened. But what do you do now? How do you get custody back? Okay, so you can't just kumbaya it and be all spiritual, and you do have to work together, but you basically have to show another way so that you can address the pain, just like Bernie. You have to have another Bernie. You can address the pain of the economic stuff and just show that it's way more efficient and effective, and it isn't the divisiveness that's going to win anything. We don't, you know, we are not each other's enemies. We're just the distraction against our real enemies. So that's what we have to concentrate, and that's the message that we have to keep doing. We don't have to, yes, we have to have clear boundaries against hate and divisiveness, but we have to give people an option, okay? And the option is fairness in the terms of corporate, ending Citizens United, all the things that Bernie stands for. All you can do is work to make that happen. Make it happen by having progressive, like everyone's saying. You get out there, because the next election can be really, really important. And then you have to have an agenda. You have to start passing things that people want, right? They're hurting. Their you know, their industries have gone to shit, right? You know, we may think solar is great, but if you're in a coal mining place that's shut down, you don't think it's such a good idea. So we have to figure out how to enroll them. What do they get out of our being in charge? He's promising them stuff that he can't deliver, but nevertheless, he gets the shot to do it. Right? And he's not going to be nearly as blatantly, he's not going to allow it, he's only going to allow it enough to the extent it suits him for hate and divisiveness. And in fact, if he's smart, he'll even, if he wasn't such a buffoon, if he really was smart in that way, if he really had any emotional intelligence, then, and he wanted to be a beloved dictator, he could say, you know what, I had that, that's where I was, but now I see this not the way. We don't need to kick him out. We just need to have better economic. He needs to turn into Bernie, take that side of Bernie. That's what he needs to do. But that's not who he is. I don't think he's going to get that religion unless this doesn't work. So we can't count on that. So we just have to be the alternative. And the alternative is pushing the same things that Bernie pushed. It's alleviating the economic pain so that there's no need, there's no justification for those who want to be divisive. You know? Otherwise, you know, we're in for deep shit. So unfortunately, I've either lost or never had quite the custodial parent thread, but I'm glad I said all these things.